Hello everyone, and thank you for watching this video coming to you from the migration. My name is Manhal, and today I would like to speak to you a little bit about Australian citizenship. I selected this topic because it seems like it doesn't get a lot of attention out there. There's not a lot of content, and so I thought it might be beneficial for everyone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep these videos a bit short because I know you're all very busy. So what I'm going to do today is tell you, the various ways to acquire Australian citizenship. And then I will do a couple more videos after that where I will drill down on the most common ways of acquiring Australian citizenship, okay? So just as an overview, basically, Australian citizenship can either be acquired automatically, like for example by birth, or it can be acquired by application, all right? When we talk about automatic acquisition of the citizenship, like I said, we're talking about citizenship by birth, we're talking about citizenship by adoption. So this is where if an Australian citizen adopts a child who is not a citizen. We also have Home Affairs also has a program for abandoned children to acquire citizenship, also sort of automatically. That's classified under automatic acquisition. And then we also have citizenship by Incorporation of Territory. And this is basically where if Australia were to expand its territory, perhaps by a war or any other reason, then people who live in that territory would also be eligible for citizenship by Incorporation of Territory, okay? So those are the most common ways to acquire citizenship in what the law calls automatic acquisition. The other sort of category for acquiring citizenship is either by descent, and this is when, for example, a baby is born onshore here in Australia, and one of the baby's parents is at least a permanent resident or an Australian citizen. The other parent does not have to be either a permanent resident or a citizen, only one parent. And if the baby is born onshore, then that baby is deemed, the right term is we call it by operation of law, the baby is deemed to be an Australian citizen. So there's no need to actually apply for the citizenship, but there is a need to lodge an application for what we call evidence of citizenship. In other words, after the baby is born, the parents gather the birth certificate and so on and so forth, and then they come to us and we apply for evidence of citizenship, basically to obtain a certificate of citizenship. This is very different from an application for citizenship in the sense that it does not need any approval. There's no eligibility criteria. It's just a matter of procedure for the parents to get their hands on the birth certificate for the child. And usually after they get, the certificate of citizenship, and usually after they get that, they apply for the baby's Australian passport. The very most common method for acquiring Australian citizenship is what we call citizenship by conferral, okay? And that would be applicable to most of you, our clients out there, because most of you guys have already been clients for us on the immigration side prior to the point of citizenship. So, we would have done, student visas for you, 482s maybe, 485s before the 482s, then 186 or one of the GSM, General Skilled Migration visas, 189, 190, or maybe even a partner visa or a parent visa or a refugee visa. All of those permanent visas lead to what we call citizenship by conferral, okay? And that is basically where the government of Australia confers up onto you the citizenship, all right? So, and there's also some other things that I might talk about in the future videos, like citizenship for persons adopted in accordance with the Hague Convention. This has to do with, human rights and so on and so forth. Those are very rare, but I might talk about them in one of the previous videos. There's also ways to resume citizenship. So let's say you, an applicant or a client used to be an Australian citizen, and for one reason or the other, they had renounced that citizenship, and now they would like to be a citizen again. Then they can come to us and we can do a resumption of citizenship for that sort of client. And that's basically sort of all of the ways and methods, like I said, that citizenship can be acquired either automatically or by application. And like I said, in the next videos, I hope to see you guys again. So please stay tuned. And what we will do is we will drill into at least 2 or 3 of the most common ways of acquiring Australian citizenship. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again in the next video.